Everyone, welcome back to my channel. My name is Lucy and in today's video I am very excited to be bringing you an autumnal book haul. So this is the latest of my autumnal book series on my channel. I will leave a playlist to all of my autumn videos that I've done over the course of like the 8 or 9 years I've been on BookTube, and I really hope you enjoy that if you're really just feeling like an autumnal injection of coziness. So over the past few months I have bought and been sent quite a few books from publishers as well, so there are like a lot of books here, I'm not gonna lie. So let's get started on the book haul. These are in no particular order because I can't really remember like when I've been collecting these, but I do know that they are new to my shelves and I'm very excited about all of them. So grab yourself a warming cup of tea or coffee. I've got mine in my pumpkin-y mug and let's get cracking with the video. Okay, so the first book is a proof that I was sent from Glance Publishers. And this book is actually out in October and it's called The Whispering Dark by Kelly Andrew. Now this is a fantasy romance, I believe. It's basically the Atlas 6 meets Ninth House, and it's described as a haunting dark academia debut everyone's been talking about. And it's already got quotes from like Cassandra Clare, like instantly already on board, to be honest. And what's really unique about this book is the main character is deaf. So it says Delaney is tired of being seen as fragile just because she's deaf. So when she's accepted into the prestigious Godboll University, she's excited for the chance to prove herself, even if she must contend with Colton, who is far more arrogant than charming. And then Colton has been ordered to keep far away from the new girl and the voices that call to her from the shadows, but he has secrets of his own. After a fellow student turns up dead, Delaney and Colton are forced to form a forbidden partnership. Together they must destroy an ancient enemy before it tears them apart. This sounds perfect, I'm not gonna lie, and look how cool the proof is. I'm already obsessed with this. I'm really excited for it to be published on the 20th of October. The publisher also sent me this really intriguing envelope that says, do not open until chapter 49. I mean, obviously I'm gonna wait and then open it, but I'm very, very excited about this book. So thank you to Glance for kindly sending it my way. Another kind of spooky book that's been sent to me from a publisher is The Other Ones by Fran Hart. This was sent to me from Chicken House Books, and first off, it looks amazing. Like, it's the most Halloween-y book. So I might save this for my readathon that's happening, the Cozy Autumn Readathon, if you're not already aware. But this one's described as like a queer mystery, which I'm really excited about. It follows 4 friends who are calling themselves the Other Ones. So a little blurb says that siblings Sal and Aisha live in a haunted house. They've got a lot more than ghosts to cope with. There's a group of charming, lovable, maddening friends and a romance between 2 very different boys to drive them to distraction. Not to mention the real secret behind the haunting, which won't stay secret forever. And the author was the winner of the Chairman's Choice Prize in the Times Chicken House Children's Fiction Competition in 2020. So I'm really like looking forward to this one. It sounds great. I love a queer romance, and the fact that it's like spooky and Halloween themed, like even better, to be honest. The next one is another proof I kindly got sent from Hodder, so thank you to Hodder for this one, because this is one of my most anticipated books of next year. And this one is The Last Tale of the Flower Bride by Roshani Chokshi. So Roshani Chokshi is an author that I am aware of. I've not read any of her work before, but this is her adult debut because she previously writes YA fantasy. So this sounds amazing, and it's basically about a marriage that turns very dark. So it's described as a sumptuous, gothic infused story about a marriage unraveled by dark secrets, a friendship cursed to end in tragedy, and the danger of believing in fairy tales. The breathtaking adult debut from New York Times bestselling author Roshani Chokshi. So this is published in February 2023. I'm already hearing a lot of great things about this book actually, and can we just take a moment for the proof? I mean, wow, it's beautiful. So I'm so on board for this. This is already on my TBR. I do hope to read this in autumn because it would be like the perfect spooky read, but I'm super excited about this book. The next book is one that I bought myself, and it is These Twisted Bonds by Lexi Ryan. This is the sequel to These Hollow Vows, which I actually read pretty recently, and I believe I included it in a reading vlog, so I'll leave that link down below. But I really, really enjoyed that book, surprisingly. Like, a lot of the book was really predictable, but then the ending, there was a certain twist which I was like, you know what, I have to read the second book now, and it suckered me in. So of course I had to buy the hardback of These Twisted Bonds. This picks up, I think, straight after the first book, and I'm really excited to see where the story goes. This is basically like a fae fantasy book. It's very kind of like A Court, Thorns and Roses. I'll just throw that out there. If you are looking for your next Sarah J Maas fix, I would recommend These Hollow Vows and then These Twisted Bonds. It's obviously the next book in the duology, I believe. So I am intrigued by this. I don't have very high expectations, but I did want to know where the story goes. So I will be reading this one hopefully very soon, and I'll let you guys know my thoughts. Now, the next two books I am super excited about. Both of these have been sent to me from publishers, and oh my god, I'm just excited to get stuck in after hearing a lot of hype. The first book is the paperback of The Atlas Six by Olivia Blake. This was kindly sent to me from Pam Macmillan, so thank you guys for that. I'm really excited to delve into this book. And a proof of the Atlas Paradox was also sent to me from Pam Macmillan, so I'm super excited to read both of these books. I have heard incredible things. I believe this is a dark academia series, and BookTok's already obsessed with the Atlas Six, so I'm really buzzing about the Atlas Paradox as well. The Atlas Paradox is published in October, so not too long to wait, and I'm already excited to see what the hype is about. If you're unaware about what the Atlas Six is about, it's described as 6 extraordinary magicians, 5 chances to win, and 1 secret society. So once a decade, the world's best magicians are invited to join the elite Alexandrian society. Its members enjoy a lifetime of power and access to ancient secrets, but only 5 places are offered. So this kind of seems to me like a bit night circusy. So I'm really intrigued to see what this book is actually like. If you have read this, let me know down in the comments below. The next book was kindly sent to me from a publisher. This was sent to me from Head of Zeus, and this is The House with the Golden Door by Elodie Harper. So this is book 2 in the Wolf Den series. Book 1 is obviously The Wolf Den by Elodie Harper, and that book is a kind of historical novel set in ancient Rome, in Pompeii, and it features a brothel and kind of the workings of that. It features our main character Amara, who wants to get out of this oppressive system she is in, and I believe that The House with the Golden Door picks up straight from that book, so it is a direct sequel from The Wolf Den. And I haven't read The Wolf Den yet. I really need to, but I'm super excited now that I have the sequel in the series to read, and that means I can just kind of binge read this maybe across a reading vlog. But I'm really excited to be getting around to this. Something about historical fiction, especially with kind of like a retelling twist, I am all for, so I'm really buzzing about this book. The next 3 books I really want to talk about were a complete bargain, and I found all 3 of these books in The Works, which is kind of like a discounted bookshop in the UK. So I found all of the BookTok favorites, basically. I found It Happened One Summer by Tessa Bailey. This is like a summer romance, I believe. Apparently it's about like a Schitt's Creek inspired romance. Like, I'm already on board with that, so I'm really excited about this. It follows like an it girl who's very spoilt, and she goes to this small town and meets a local fisherman, I believe. So I'm very excited about this, and I will hopefully do another BookTok reading vlog, and maybe I'll include this one in there. Then the next 2 books I got were November 9 by Colleen Hoover. Of course, I had to get another Colleen Hoover book. I read Verity and It Ends With Us, and I see the hype now. I get it. I am behind the times, I know, but I'm slowly collecting the rest of Colleen Hoover's works, and I picked up November 9. This was super cheap as well from The Works. It was like £5, so if you're in the UK, I would recommend heading down there to get yourself some bargains. Then the final book I got from The Works was The 7 Husbands of Evelyn Hugo by Taylor Jenkins Reid. Now, I am a huge Taylor Jenkins Reid fan. I have read Daisy Jones and the Six, and I've read Carrie Soto's Back. Loved both of those. So everyone says that this is her best novel, and I want to put that to the test. So I really do hope to read this one really soon, because I've heard incredible things. The next book in this haul is Fairyloots' September book, I believe, and it is Spells for Forgetting by Adrienne Young. Now this sounds really good, perfect for Halloween. It does sound really like creepy and spooky, which sounds great. I believe it's like a small town like mystery, essentially. So it is described as an evocative, compelling novel of lost love and the unravelling of a small town and its many secrets. Now, what's special about this book, because it is the choice for Fairyloots adult box, the book only subscription, it is just like the most beautiful book. Like, look how gorgeous the end pages are, And then my favorite part about it is this on the kind of naked hardback, which I absolutely adore. So this sounds like perfect for my autumn readathon as well, to be honest. Like something quite spooky, but also very cozy and like small town. Like I really like small town vibes. So I'm hoping I really enjoyed this one. Now I've got 2 more books to show you guys. The next one is The Marriage Portrait by Maggie O'Farrell. So I've spoken about this in my kind of historical fiction TBR that I put up on my channel recently. This is the new book from Maggie O'Farrell, who is an award-winning author and the author of Hamnet. And The Marriage Portrait features the life of Lucrezia Borgia, who is a historical figure who I particularly am really interested in. Like, I'm really fascinated by the Borgias and the Italian Renaissance in general. It is a period of time that I'm really like intrigued by. So I knew I had to pre-order this. This is the Waterstones exclusive edition and it's just beautiful. I know that I really love the subject matter, so I'm hoping I really enjoyed this. So do let me know if you've read this book. If you're a historical fiction fan, have you already read The Marriage Portrait? Because I've heard incredible things and I want to know if it's worth the hype. Now the next 2 books are the same book because I bought 2 copies. It is of course Babel by R.F. Kuang. So first off, I pre-ordered the Waterstone special edition, which is this one with the black sprayed edges. And does it have anything else? Obviously it's signed by R.F. Kuang, which is great. And then I got this very special edition, which was in Fairyloots August adult book only subscription. Now this inverts the kind of colorways. It has like a silvery cover. It has this sprayed edge. I'm not okay. I'm not okay by any of this. It has this beautiful artwork on the end pages and the naked hardback looks like this, which I think is like super special. So I knew I had to get this book because R.F. Kuang is one of my favorite fantasy authors. I was obsessed with the Poppy War series, and this is dark academia, but kind of done in a way that looks at colonialism and critiques that, I guess. So I'm really, really buzzing about getting both editions. Basically, you can tell by how much I am looking forward to a book if I buy 2 editions. So that's the end of today's book haul. Thank you so much for watching. I really hope you enjoyed this book haul autumn edition. I certainly did. And do let me know which of these books you have read and recommend, because I may pick that one first to read. Thank you so much for watching again, and if you liked what you saw in this video, please don't forget to subscribe, and I'll see you very, very soon in my next video. Bye!